Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. Four babies in the backseat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, let's work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Tuesday, November 14th, 2023, a minute or two after 6:30 a.m. So glad you could join me here this morning. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our goal is to help you be the best version of yourself, and we do that by teaching you how to currency trade or how to successfully currency trade with our highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And we do that with personalized one-on-one coaching. And the purpose of this session is to show you one of the trade strategies that we have. We've got a dozen different trade strategies, and also to show you how good the tools are. So with that, let's jump right in and see what we've got this morning. We need to start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the great things about the program is that we do these live trade sessions. One, as I said, is a teaching moment. And two, so that you can evaluate for yourself whether the tools work and whether you like trading with them. I do 3 trade sessions, live trade sessions. This morning at 6:30, Thursday at 6:30, and then Monday at 3:30, and then every afternoon around 4:15, I also send out a trade setup with a little video attached to it showing how I came up with the trade. When you become a regular member, we do live trade sessions every morning at 10 a.m. and again every evening at 10 a.m. And one of the things that makes us different, and I believe makes us better, is that we are so confident in how well things work that once we've trained you, we let you trade with our cash and split what you make. And one of the reasons we're able to do that is because we are continually working with you. Every Wednesday evening, we've got an advanced member meeting where we're reviewing strategies. And again, every Saturday morning, back to the basics, where we continually review the various trade strategies and take questions. I work off of a little checklist that kind of helps me make sure I'm not forgetting anything, similar to what a pilot does. He's got a little checklist before takes the plane out. Every day, good habit. Restart your green chart, clears out the memory, lets it operate a little faster, and it makes sure you pick up any updates that may have been done. At the end of every day, it is good practice to review the trades that didn't go the way that you wanted. The indicators have a simulator built in. You can go specifically back to the exact time that you were looking at the trade and look at it again now that you know what the history is, and figure out what it was that the signal, how you might have misread the signal. If you did misread the signal, sometimes we do everything right and we still get it wrong. Last night, if you joined on last night's live trade, we took one trade using the thick orange line signal, which closed. I think it took a little longer than I expected it to, but it still closed early. And then on the overnight trade, both overnight trades closed profitably. And we went over that in last night's session. We are technical traders, and what that means, we are trading based on the price action, and our indicators are very good at telling us which direction the market's moving in. If we can figure out which direction the market's moving in, we can slice a little piece of that off and make some money. However, news does impact currency prices. We want to know what upcoming news there is so that we can basically trade around it, because our indicators can't pick up the what's going to happen or what the market's response is going to be to the news event. So one of the best places to find that news is forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com breaks news down into 3 categories: yellow, which is low impact, which we generally don't worry about; orange, which is medium impact. Some people worry about this. I don't. And red, which is high impact. And high impact are things that I worry about. And my basic rule of thumb is I don't want to be holding a pair within a 2-hour window of when this news event is going to happen, especially when it's a published number like Consumer Price Index. This number has already been figured out, and they're merely announcing it at this time. People who are connected can get this information. It starts to leak out beforehand, so you'll see that the price starts to move beforehand, and by the time our indicators pick it up, you may have had a good signal, but because of this news event, it drives it the other way. So this morning we've got news on the U.S. dollar. So we are going to avoid trading it this morning. And then tonight we've got some news on the Australian dollar. Any trade we take now will be closed well before this. And we don't trade the Chinese yen. So we've got... so let's go ahead and take a look and see what we've got. The trade I am going to do this morning is something called the 10-point trade. We've got a dozen different signals. The one we took the trade off last night was the thick orange line signal because we did not see a setup on the 10-point trade signal. I like to take it off of a 1-hour chart, but you can take it off of any time chart. Probably I wouldn't go much lower than a 30-minute chart, but you can take it off a 30-minute chart, a 2-hour chart, a 4-hour chart. I like to be halfway into the chart to take the trade so that the lines have a chance to form. On a 1-hour chart, a trade is usually worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips, and my sweet spot is 11 pips. I am trying to get 11 pips. I can do that 3 times a day. I'm making pretty good money. Once I've done that, I may look to take larger moves out of a move, but I want to bank my 30 pips. And on a 1-hour chart, and again, this is a personal thing. I like to be able to get in and out, ideally within an hour, and I can do that on this trade. Usually, it'll take 1 to 3 hours for a trade to close. And the strategy is simple. I'm just trying to get all the lines from all three different sections to line up. And if I can do that, I've got a good trade. So let's, with that overview, let's jump right in and see what we've got. The chart we're going to be trading off of is the light 6 majors, which is one of the standard charts. It is a composite chart. It's going to show us 6 different currency pairs. All on this first chart, they're all US based. I start with the middle section of the chart, which we call the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray is the minor indicator. This horizontal blue line is the overbought line. This horizontal red line is the oversold line. So what I am looking for are situations where basically we're either oversold and the lines are going up like we see here. And I want to kind of ride that move through the channel. And you can see there's a big green candle here. And then once we get to overbought, I want all the lines going down, and then I want to ride it down. Now, here, we just, the majors actually didn't even get to overbought before it turned. And we've got everybody going down. So the kind of the 3 categories are: 1, I want it overbought or oversold. So overbought, 1, we kind of got that here, even though the majors didn't quite get up there. 2, everybody's going down. We've got that here. The majors and the minors are all going down. And 3, I've got the red line crossed over the green when we're going down, and the black line crossed over the gray. So 3 points here. I like the steepness on the green line is kind of a plus. I will consider a trade so long as it's on the other side of the halfway line here. So the green line is kind of crossed over the halfway line. I don't really care the position of the minors, but I do care the position of the green line on the majors. So this little crossover here is enough to kind of have me pass on it. Euro USD, we are overbought. Everybody's going down, but I don't have the double cross or a good double cross yet where the red line's crossed over visibly. It might be peeking out a little bit there. So I am going to pass pound USD. Here we're clearly well beyond the halfway mark. This is a nice signal. Had we maybe caught it here, although we don't have much movement in this since we get the crossover. The crossover looks like we didn't. Did we get the crossover here? Yeah, we got the crossover here. So we'd be trading in this candle, and that's only a few pips. But what I'm looking for is if we catch this and ride it up, so you can see over the course of 4 hours, I'm guessing this is about 20 pips, 30 pips. So a nice 30 pip move over 3 hours. If I can get 11 pips out of that, I am happy. USD Canadian dollar overbought. Everybody's going up. So here's a case where you could have taken a buy trade when we're overbought and, squeezed your 11 pips out of it. So here it's what, 15 pips? Oops. But I don't like these trades. It's just not part of my trade plan because I don't know how much more how much up move is left when you're overbought. And I don't want to get caught holding a buy trade when it turns and starts going down. Dollar Swiss franc, we're reaching overbought, so we're going to pass. Dollar yen overbought. Everybody's going up, so we're going to pass. So I've cloned this chart and made a second chart with non-USD pairs. So here we'll have more of an opportunity because we weren't going to trade anything USD. Euro pound overbought. Miners have started to turn. Majors are going up. Australian dollar yen. We touched overbought. We're coming down into the channel. And we have the double cross. The red line is peeking out there and the black line is peeking out. We are less than halfway. So we've got all three parts that we're looking for. Overbought, everybody's coming down, double cross. I also like here the steepness of the green line is it's greater than 45 degrees. I like that. I like that all the lines are clustered. The signal's a little bit stronger when all the lines are clustered. Now, so I've got 3 points here. The next thing would be to jump up to the TNTs and see how many lines are supporting what I'm seeing here, the sell signal. 2 orange lines are going down. Thick and thin orange are going down. Dotted blue is going up. The blues are inversely related. So when blue's going up, that means sell. So here, dotted blue is going up. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me sell. I want a minimum of 3 of the 4 lines telling me sell. So I've got the second part that I need of this analysis. And then the third thing is I'm going to go down to the pressure, and I want the lines going down, and I have that. Green lines going down, red lines going down. So it's a very weak sell signal on the pressure. What makes it weak is the steepness of the lines, not much steepness, and the gap in the lines, big gap. So here, this is a strong up. This is a weak down. Now, the one problem we have here is you've got to be aware of what time it is in the market that you're trading. And Australia's 14 hours difference, Japan's 12 hours difference. So it is 9 in the evening in Australia. On a 1 hour chart, I want there to be active trading in the market. So in neither of these markets, there's active trading. Yes, there is trading, but there's not active trading. So if I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart, there needs to be, the trading needs to be active. So even though I've got a good signal here, I'm not going to trade off of it because it's going to take, I may not get my 11 pip move by the time this signal changes because there's low volume going on. Euro Canadian dollar overbought, and the majors and minors don't agree. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar overbought, majors and minors don't agree. Plus we've got the time difference. Pound yen. This was a good signal, but we missed it. It's a little, the green line is past the halfway mark, so we're going to pass. And if I don't have it here, I don't need to look up at the TNTs or down at the pressure. Overbought going up. Again, here you can see you could have gotten 11 pips off of this when you on this turn. Now, when you get a little bit more advanced, if you get a turn like this, I will sometimes trade a turn like this on the Euro USD. But as for the purposes of our session, one, we missed it because we're 3 hours away. But sometimes if I see this, it's a sharp turn like this, I will trade it. Canadian dollar yen. Oversold going down. I don't know what's going on here. That's strange. You get such a big move. Was there any news? Oh, yesterday was a bank holiday, so the banks are coming back online today, right? Euro New Zealand, overbought, majors going up, minors sideways. Pound New Zealand dollar started to go into the channel and turned. New Zealand dollar, yen, almost oversold, going down. So it might be some news with the yen, because we got a big move here and a big move here that isn't showing up on our news feed. New Zealand dollar, USD, approaching oversold or touching the oversold line, so nothing there. Euro Swiss franc, overbought, majors going up with a duck bill. You can see here's his bill, here's his head. Usually this means that there's a little bit more up in the movement. Miners have turned, but this is telling me there's more up in it. If I were to see this, I might leave a trade open a little bit, because there might be a little bit more to gain from it. So let's go to our next group. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, so that big move, it's not the Canadian dollar, it was the yen. Something going on with the yen. Overbought, we have disagreements between the majors and the minors. Swiss franc, yen, big push down, just reaching overbought. Euro, yen, curious that I would expect to see the same. I would expect to see what you see here with the Swiss franc, with the euro, but we're not. Pound Australian dollar, 3/4 of the way into the channel. Miners have started to turn, majors still going down. New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc, it's turning in the middle of the channel. This would be, I spoke of turning. This is something I wouldn't trade, because the slope of the green line isn't strong enough. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc, oversold. Everybody's going up, and I've got the double cross. The green line's on top and the gray line's on top. So 3 points. I'll give it a plus, because the green line is entering the channel, and slope is just barely 45 degrees. So 3 points here. Thick orange line is going up. Thin orange line is going up. Thick orange line is flat. So only one of the two. I got thick blue coming down. So I may have 2 of the 4 here. And I've got down pressure with green on top. So this is a point, 3 points here, but I only have 2 points here on the TNTs. I want 3 points. I like this enough that I would consider to trade, but we don't have the support I want up here. So I'm going to pass on this. And one of the kind of keys to doing this well is you don't need to be in the market all the time. And that's something new traders like to do, because they feel they're not doing something if they're not in the market. But it's easier to take less trades and win those less trades than to take more trades have a loser and then have to work out of the hole. So I want to wait till I see my setup, and I only need a couple setups a day to make money. I'm going to change gears. We're going to go back to our thick orange line trade. Thick orange, so this is a different strategy. And that's one of the nice things about the program is we will teach you multiple strategies. So here I am looking to see what the thick orange line is doing. Thick orange line is a scaled number, and it's here. And when the thick orange line is as high as it can go, it is at 10. And when it's at 10, it thinks there's no more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, that's a good time to sell. Likewise, on the other end, when it is at 0, it thinks there's no more down in the movement. So I am looking for situations where this is 0 or 10, and I want that when there's less than 5 minutes left in the hour on this 1 hour chart. You can take this off of a 1 hour chart or a 30-minute chart. So no, yes. We're at 0. When I see this at 0, I want to see what the position of the red line is on the majors. And if this red line is below the red line, the horizontal red line, it's a good trade. But it's not. This is telling me there's still a little bit more down in the move. This is telling me it doesn't think there's any more down in the move. So I don't want to trade off of just one piece of information. I want something to confirm it. The confirmation is where the red line is on the majors. 3 isn't close enough. 3 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. So let's go back. So I'm looking for 0 or 1, 0 or 10. 8 isn't close enough. 1 isn't close enough. 1 isn't close enough. 0.1. 0.1 is within 1 of 0. So it can be within 1 of either end. So 0.1. But look where my red line is. He's in the middle of the channel. I want him down here. So no. 8.4 not enough. 2.4 not enough. 9 yes. 9 yes, and the red line is up here. 9 yes, within 1 of 10, and the red line's above the blue line. So we're going to go ahead and take a sell on the Euro Australian dollar for 5 pips. You can do that in your simulator, or we will Euro Australian dollar. So I'm going to go ahead and click new order. We have got to figure out my lot size. We've got I'm going to move this decimal place over 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to take a 1.28. 1.28. Market execution sell. I'm going to right click, go to modify. This trade is worth 5 pips. 5 pips is 50 points. Click the little button here. It's going to do the math for me. And because of the accuracy of this trade, which is about 90%, I'm going to use a 4-to-1 stop loss. Click the little red button. It does the math. I want to make sure I get the full 5 pips since it's such a small trade. So we get in at the 68.29. If I take 5 away from the 29, I'm going to go to 24. So let me just 24.6. So we took a sell on the Euro AUD with a take profit of 1.68246, 1.68246, and a stop loss of 1.68513. Stop loss of 1.68513. And let us see. Some traders like to wait till the top of the hour on this to see that this number changes by 1. So let's see what it does. Oh, there we go. Changed by 1. So within the next hour, I expect this trade to close. So we took to kind of recap what we did. We started with the 10-point trade signal off the 1 hour chart. We went through 24 pairs. We didn't see anything. Then at the top of the hour, when there was less than 5 minutes left, we switched to a little scalp trade called the thick orange line trade, and found a setup and took a 5-pip trade, and we're going to expect that to close within the next hour. If you want to learn how to trade, we've been doing this for 15 years. We're very good at it. Curriculum's been refined. The indicators, which is what makes it work, these indicators make it simple to see what's happening. They're predictive in nature. And we are so confident in how predictive they are that once we've trained you, we'll let you trade with our money. If you have any questions, you can give me a, you can reach me. You can try calling me, but best way to get a hold of me is just to schedule an appointment. You can schedule an appointment with me at forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. forexsmarttrade.com/schedule. Keep an eye out for this afternoon's overnight trade, and we will see you again on Thursday morning, same bat time, same bat channel. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.